Claude is no longer just a standalone tool. It has evolved into a comprehensive ecosystem of 5 distinct architectural surfaces. To build effective systems, you need a clear blueprint showing how these surfaces connect. This strategic guide maps out chat, cowork, code, projects, and skills. Instead of looking at them as random, isolated surfaces, we will evaluate each one through a strict diagnostic framework: what it is, the unique role it plays, its operational capabilities, core use cases, setup requirements, what it replaces, and its structural workflow. By understanding this system interconnect, you can establish a highly efficient flow path for your data and your team.
Claude isn't a single product. It's an ecosystem of 5 different surfaces, and knowing which one to reach for is half the battle. There's chat, cowork, code, projects, and skills, and each is built for a different moment in your work. To compare them fairly, we'll ask the same 7 questions of every one: what it is, the role it plays, what it can do, when you'd use it, how long it takes to set up, what it replaces, and the workflow it follows. And we'll walk them in the order the work actually tends to flow, from your very first question all the way to Claude running tasks on its own. Almost every workflow starts with a question. Before a line of code gets written, you're trying to understand something, weigh an approach, or just get unstuck, and that's exactly what chat is for. At its core, it's a chatbot. You ask or describe what you want, and it generates the answer or the content right there in the conversation. There's no project to open and no files to wire up. You just type, and it responds. Its role is the general chat assistant. It isn't specialized for any single job, and that's the point. It's the flexible, everyday surface you turn to when you don't need anything more structured. Think of it as the front door to everything else in the ecosystem. So what can it actually do? 3 things, mainly. It answers questions, pulling from what it knows. It writes content for you, drafts, emails, summaries, posts. And it explains ideas, taking something tangled and breaking it down until it finally clicks. When should you reach for it? When you're learning something new and want a patient explainer, when you're writing and need a first draft or a quick rewrite, or when you just want fast help with a small task. It's the low friction, no commitment option. Setup is about as light as it gets, roughly a minute. You log in, open a chat window, and start prompting. From there, it's a simple loop. You read what comes back and refine your wording until the answer is what you actually wanted. And what does it quietly replace? For a lot of people, it takes over the quick Google search and the basic writing tools, the spell checkers, the template generators, the little utilities you use to bounce between. Now that's one conversation. Working in chat has a simple rhythm to it. You write a prompt, the model reasons through it, and it hands back a structured response. You read it, tell it what's off, and refine your prompt, looping a few times until the answer is genuinely what you needed. It's tight, it's fast, and it's the same basic loop that every other surface in the ecosystem builds on top of. Chat is perfect while the problem still lives in your head. But the moment it lives in your code base, and you're tired of all tapping answers out of a browser and pasting them back in, you need something that works inside your editor. That's Cowork. It helps you write new code, debug what's broken, and understand an unfamiliar code base, working right alongside you instead of off in a separate window. Its role is your coding and debugging partner. Where chat is a generalist, Cowork is tuned for the realities of software work, reading code, reasoning about why an error actually happens, and proposing a concrete fix rather than a vague suggestion. Concretely, it covers three things. It writes code for you. It debugs, finding the failure and explaining why it's happening, not just where. And it offers general code help, like refactoring a messy function or clarifying what some unfamiliar piece of code is even doing. Reach for Cowork when you've got file-level tasks, batches of repetitive changes, or work you'd love to automate. It's at its best on the grind, the tedious, mechanical work that quietly eats a developer's whole afternoon. Setup takes a few minutes. You log in, connect your ID so it can actually see your code, open the project you're working on, and start prompting for help right where you already work. No copy-pasting code back and forth into a separate window. It replaces two old habits at once, the endless Stack Overflow tab hopping, hunting for someone who hit your exact error, and the slow grind of manual debugging, sprinkling print statements everywhere and guessing your way to the cause. Its workflow goes a step further than chats. You give it a prompt, it plans out the task, and then it runs an automation loop, executing across your files and tools instead of waiting on you between every move. It produces a result and then keeps optimizing, tightening the code until it actually holds up. You end up steering the work rather than typing every line of it. Cowork makes you faster on your own. But software is a team sport, and the second more than one person is touching the same repo, a solo assistant isn't enough. That's where code comes in, and despite the name, it's really the team surface. Picture a shared workspace where the AI reads the whole code base, proposes changes across many files at once, runs the test suite, and the entire team watches it happen in the same place. Its role is a team collaboration tool. The unit here isn't one developer and a chat window, it's a team sharing one context and one AI, so everyone is reviewing and directing the same work instead of forking off into private, disconnected sessions. It does two core things. First, real team collaboration, several people working against the same shared context, so a change one person prompts is immediately visible to everyone else. Second, a shared AI workflow. The assistant analyzes the code base, makes coordinated edits, and runs the builds and tests as one thread the whole team can follow and pick up where another left off. Reach for it when the team needs to chase down a failing build together, ship a feature as a group, or run a big refactor across the code base and have the tests prove it still works, all with the AI keeping everyone in sync instead of siloed off on separate branches. Setup runs about 3 minutes. You log in, create a shared workspace, invite your team members into it, and start collaborating with the AI together. After that, everyone's working in the same room instead of each in their own corner. It replaces the messy middle layer of teamwork, the scattered Slack threads, the docs nobody can find, and the endless back and forth by pulling the work and the AI into one shared place where the conversation and the code finally live side by side. Its workflow is a full build cycle rather than a single answer. You prompt it, it analyzes the code base to understand what's actually there, makes coordinated changes across multiple files, runs the build and the test suite, and iterates on whatever fails, looping until the tests pass and the final code is genuinely ready to merge. All of that work, the chats, the code, the decisions, piles up fast. And scattered across a dozen disconnected conversations, it's almost worse than useless, because you can never find the thread again. That's the problem project solves. It pulls your chats, files, and tasks into structured workspaces, so everything tied to one effort actually lives together in a single place. Its role is simple but quietly powerful: organized workspaces. It's the filing system and the persistent context that keeps long-running work coherent over days and weeks, rather than resetting to zero every time you open a new chat. It does three things. It stores your chats, so the thinking you've already done isn't lost. It manages the files that belong to a piece of work. And it organizes all of it, so you can actually come back a week later and find exactly what you need. Use projects when you're managing ongoing work or organizing tasks that stretch across many sessions, anything where the context genuinely needs to persist beyond a single conversation and stay in one place you can return to. Setup is around 3 minutes. You log in, create a project, add the relevant files and chats into it, and then organize your tasks and workflows inside that space. From then on, everything for that effort has a home. It replaces the messy desktop folders and, more importantly, the lost context, that frustrating feeling of starting every conversation from scratch because the AI has no memory of the work you did yesterday. Its workflow is about building knowledge that compounds. You spin up a project, drop in your instructions and the files that matter, and then keep working inside that context, so every session picks up where the last one ended. Over time, the project quietly becomes a knowledge base the AI draws on, and the work gets sharper the longer you stay in it. By now, Claude can answer, code, collaborate, and remember, but it's still reacting to your prompts. The last step is letting it act, reaching into your real systems and running real procedures on its own. That's skills. In practice, it's a skill.md file that teaches Claude how to do something repeatable. Call your REST API, run an agentic loop from start to finish, or pull local context through a retrieval, a RAG, pipeline before it ever answers. Its role is the automation and integration layer. It's where you stop describing what you want in prose and instead hand Claude a documented procedure, wiring it into your tools, your APIs, and your data so it can execute the work, not just suggest it. It does three things, and they're concrete. It connects tools, so Claude can hit an external API or service directly. It automates tasks, running a multi-step agentic workflow the same way every time. And it extends features, for example, grounding its answers in your own documents through a retrieval pipeline, instead of guessing from general knowledge. Use skills when you've got a repeatable, real-world process worth encoding once, auto-triaging incoming support tickets, generating a report from a database every morning, or pulling the right internal docs into context before Claude drafts a reply. You define it as a skill, and from then on Claude just runs it. Setup takes a few minutes. You log in, enable the skills you want, connect the tools or APIs they depend on, and configure how they fit into your workflow. Once it's wired up, the capability is simply there. Claude reaches for it automatically whenever a task calls for it. It replaces the manual, repetitive work, the copy-paste between apps drudgery you'd otherwise grind through by hand every single time. Define it once as a skill, and that whole recurring chore just disappears. Here's how a skill actually comes together. You define the task you want handled, write a skill.md file that spells out the steps and the tools it's allowed to use, then apply it and lean on best practices, clear instructions, tight scope, so it behaves predictably. The payoff is consistent output on every single run, instead of re-explaining yourself each time. And that closes the loop, from a first question in chat all the way to Claude running your work on its own.